So once I brush the hair out from the set, now we're going to go in and we section it. So I'm going to section that horseshoe area off on the top, nice and clean. How do I find that area? I can take my comb. I'm going to put my clip in here. I can take my comb and I want to find out where is it starting to rock in the head. So that gives me where that direction is changing. We're going to be taking pieces on a diagonal, not straight up and down, but we're going to take it on a diagonal. We're going to twist the hair back and we're going to pin it up. Okay? So once you have the top out of the way, all the way around, then I went through and I sectioned the back. So I did the center back area, pinned half out of the way. You're going to do half the head and then you're going to go do the other half of the head. So I've already got half done. I'm going to go in this way, turn it around. I'm going to take a diagonal parting this way. So I'm going to pin this hair out of the way. I'm going to be working in roughly 1-inch sections. You want your sections to match on both sides. So I'm going to come in from behind so I don't stand in front. Let's see if I can do that. No. I'm going to have to stand in front for a sec. I'm going to take a parting, hold that hair out of the way, and clip. Okay? So I really just want to work in a 1-inch kind of section, and I'm going to pull this hair up. I found that it was really slippery. I want to put just a tiny bit of product in my fingers to make them a little sticky. So I use a little bit of gel. I'm going to take that hair. So this is what we're practicing. We're going to comb that hair up. I'm going to comb that hair up. I'm going to take my, so I took my comb into the center all the time this way and wrapped into the center. So I wrap that way. This side I'm going to wrap this way so it matches. So I'm going to take my comb. I want to twist. So I'm going to take that tail comb, wrap it around so it gives it a nice twist. I slide the tail comb out. Then I'm going to twist it tight. Another way you could do an updo is you could do braids going up, but we're going to be doing twists today. I'm going to take my twist. I want it to be tight, and then I'm going to take my bobby pin and I want to push it down that twist so it stays. So I'm going to use the bobby pin downwards to hold it in that groove. I'm going to take my next 1-inch section. So I'm looking, I want to go roughly to where I was on this side because I want my partings to look the same. I'm going to take this hair out of the way. I'm going to take just a tiny bit of product on my finger. I don't want it to be wet and I don't want it to be where I can't work with it, but I just want something to give it some control. So I'm going to take that hair. I'm going to take my tail comb, and again I'm going to put my tail comb in, push against it. So I'm going to take this hair. I want to wrap it around and twist up. So do that one more time. Tail comb in, twist, and wrap that hair up. So give it a twist, hold it tight. You're going to take your bobby pin, push that bobby pin down. So it's holding that hair up. I'm going to go to the next section. So my next one here is just above the earlobe. Here on both sides, I want to make sure I'm matching. So here, I've got it right behind the earlobe. I also want to make sure I'm right behind the earlobe here. So I'm matching my parts as I go. I'm going to take my product again, tiny little bit. It's more about not even the ends, it's about that base. So I'm going to take that gel. I'm going to comb that hair smooth. I'm going to take my tail comb, tuck it in, grab it like a ponytail. So I've got this in between my fingers. I'm going to twist that hair. Can you guys see that? So I'm going to take that hair, wrap it around, and twist it in my comb. Bring it back. Slide my comb out. Then I'm going to take my bobby pin and push it downwards. I'm going to go to the front. I'm working to the top of the earlobe now. And then I know I've got 2 more sections left to go. So I'm going to pull this out of the way. grab this hair. Again, just getting it so it's got something to hang on to, a little bit of grit in there. I'm gonna take this, comb this smooth, wrap it around, so put my tail comb underneath, grab it with my fingers like this, twist, and keep twisting, keep twisting. Open up my pin, push it down against that twist. Okay? Okay, 2 left to go. I'm going to take a diagonal. I've got 1 inch in the front. I also want my parts to match in the front. So I can just hold this out of the way. So I'm looking, am I up 1 inch? And I should be on this side. This side I'm not even 1/4 inch. So I want to go back. I want to adjust it so that I'm matching the sides. So this one, I also want it to be just that 1/4 inch. So I'm going to pull that hair out of the way. Here's my section. Use a little bit of gel. Again, just to get it to stay so it's not so slippery. Put my tail comb in, wrap it around, twist, keep twisting, and put your pin in the opposite direction. So these pins are pushing down against that twist. Last one. Then we'll show you how to polish up the top. If that hair is set, it should have no problem bringing that curl back out. So again, we didn't wet it down at all. We're just going to sort of restyle the curl that was already in there. Take a little bit of product on that hair, grab those hair pieces. Sure that. Again, tail comb in, grab it with my fingers, twist, take that end, keep twisting. I'm going to take my bobby pin and push it down. So your bobby pin is kind of hiding in each row of the twist. So now I've got that up. So now I'm going to just take the top and I want to finish it off. So I'm going to grab this hair here. I've got all this curl here. I just need to go in there and sort of redefine it a little bit. So whether or not you're needing to lift it a little bit in the root and then you go back and you define the curl. This is how I went through and defined the curl. I put a little hairspray in there, and then I decide I want a piece going this way. I'm going to grab a piece, so whether you use your comb or a brush, you're just kind of polishing those tips out, and you want to make sure it kind of looks balanced. So grab a tip here and there, working around, and so you don't want it to be frizzy, you want to have detail in the curls. So you're bringing one this way, one that way, and you can decide if you want your bang to be a full bang. Again, she should see, so you've got to be able to lift it off of her face, or are you going to take it to one side or the other? So go in and sort of break it up, detail all your ends, and then you can spray it. You can also use bobby pins to anchor just a little bit. So I went through and I polished all my ends. Now I'm going to use hairspray just to lift it up. And again, I want to sort of bring it down over on the edges. So it's kind of covering where I've pinned the hair. I'm going to bring these curls around so there's no holes. If I felt it needed to be anchored in the top, I can go in and put a couple of bobby pins in the top, like crisscross at the base, just to lift it up. So here, I find my side is falling down. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take a bobby pin. I'm going to just go in and push and anchor that in a little bit so it holds it up. I'm going to do the same on the other side. just to hold it in there. So I'm going to push, hold that in. And then I want to make sure she can see, so I'm just going to tilt it out of her eyes. There you go. So you're looking at how is that balanced. So we want to have it in on the side, in on the side. We want to have some polish or curl. And again, you could take it over to one side. You can lift it right up and take it over to one side, over to one eye, whatever you'd like to do that way, and polish her up right around. There you go. There is your project.